Welcome to another edition of Exploring the Gold Districts of Baja, California. I am in the middle of nowhere, 300 and something miles south of the border. This area gets very low amounts of rainfall, and yet there's a profusion of native plants here. These are all water hoarding plants. That's a cardon cactus. I'm not sure what kind of a cactus those are. These things that look like big artichokes are agaves. The Indians used to eat those. Lacatillo. And there's even some wildflowers. These are elephant trees. Truly amazing landscape, unlike any other place on Earth. And it's hot. It's 91, 92, around there. I really want to be is over there. It's 5 miles away. There's some old gold mines over there. But I'm in here by myself. I'm already a couple of miles from the main highway. It's hot. Getting a flat tire out here or getting stuck would really be a bummer. So I decided to just stay at this spot, get some shade going, get some cold beers going. Also, there's excellent signs of mineralization here. Lots of quartzite and even some quartz. So this is going to be our spot. Going over there is not prudent by yourself. Too far out there. Something went wrong. You find your bones in this place. So we're just going to camp here. I'm just going to camp here and do some sampling. And you can see this ground is just littered with quartz and quartzite. So, who knows? You never know. And I'm all totally self-contained. I have 20 gallons of water, a case of cold beer. I have 2 GPS units, an InReach, and a Nuvi, and a map that has latitude and longitude so I can figure out where I am. And this is right in the middle of Baja. We're sort of in this area. Anyway, for now I'm just gonna rest and relax, and when it gets cool again we'll start digging. Wildflowers in bloom. Looks like there was a little bit of rain here maybe recently. And these tall skinny things are called bujums or cereals. They also have a little bit of a bloom on the top. White flower. So I'm prospecting for gold, and the area that I want to get to is way over there. There's some old gold mines at the base of those mountains. So we're going to try to get over there today. But as long as I'm here, might as well do a little sampling in this area. So lots of signs of mineralization, lots of quartzite, a little bit of quartz. This is called desert pavement, where the rocks sort of accumulate on the surface. Wander around looking at rocks. There's some quartz. Rusty quartz. So, gotta wake up, have a cup of coffee, and our first sample is going to be right over there by that little drainage gully. So here is our sample point. Make sure there's nothing in the bucket. I don't think there's any gold here, but if there is, we'll have it all to ourselves. This area doesn't have claims on it, and there's kind of a little shelf of sort of a false bedrock here. I try not to kill any plants when I'm doing this, so we'll pick a spot right here. Just dig down a foot or so and get a sample. Some nice white quartz. Right there. Looks like schist or slate. That's slate. And quartz. So the signs are here. Well, that got really hard to dig really fast. Just took a little sample right off the top. So we'll go pan this out. Cross our fingers. I don't have my hopes up too much. Generally speaking, when you're looking for gold, it's better to go where other people have found gold. The old prospectors were pretty thorough. They didn't miss very many places. Okay, so we panned one little tiny pan down to the black sand. Tons of black sand. Nope. As expected. I'll do one more. Alright, so in the second pan, there was a tiny piece of gold. I think. I mean, it's so small. You can barely see it. But that's gold. Unbelievable. Of course, now the problem is, what if it was already stuck in the bottom of this pan from some other place? That's the problem. I cleaned it out. That's not even worth saving, but anyway, this area perhaps deserves a bit more extensive exploration. See if we can find a real sampling spot on bedrock where there's some gravels. Alright, so here we are in the same drainage, maybe 100 yards downstream. And there's sort of a layer of what's called caliche here. Sort of looks like caliche. So we're going to try get a half a bucket out of this little spot here and pan it in a proper tub. Let's see if there's actually some gold here. That would be cool. So dug a little hole here, got a half a bucket right on top of this caliche in the bottom of this little gully. And no desert plants were harmed in the making of this video. I try not to kill anything while I'm doing this. Get into the roots and stuff. It's not good. This land is so barren. Actually, there are little roots. See, you can see roots. But it's easy to find a place to dig here without killing anything. Boom. That's a dead elephant tree. That's a dead ocotillo. This area is really drought stressed. It's had a drought for a few years. Central Baja. Some of these plants look dead, but they'll come back to life after a rain. Here's a weird one. I haven't seen one like this. Growing next to this cactus. Alright, so there's our dirt. And I'm gonna production pan this. This used up about half the water I have, about 10 gallons. That's what it's for. I made sure there's nothing, no gold in the screen or the pan. And when I say production panning, basically you just pan it down to the black sand, transfer it into this small pan, and then pan all of the black sand at the very end. using the scoop to do this is much easier on your fingers, in case there's broken glass or something in this stuff. There's no trash in this area, but it looks like mostly just decomposed granite, a little bit of quartz. There's a round one. And we'll save this and tan it out later, just in case. When you're using a tub like this, you can't actually see what you're doing. You just have to have done it enough times. That'd be a bummer to get that in your finger. Get it down to the black sand, and you just transfer it into the small pan, and then pan the black sand later in clean water all at once. Okay, so that's the drill. I'm going to work our way through this whole half of a bucket of material. We'll show the end results. Okay. Now we panned out that half of a bucket and transferred the black sand into the small pan. Now you finish it in clean water. Yet you have to be able to see it. At this last stage, you do not use the ripples. It's all black sand in there. Alright, moment of truth. And nothing. Zip. That color I saw must have already been in the pan. Rookie mistake. Well, alright. At least we gave it a shot.